Comcast. Also, despite having nearly 2.5 hours of runtime, this movie still feels the need to make it sit through 47 seconds of logos. Also, what is this company called One Race? I'm so used to seeing the original film logo right after the Universal logo that this change feels very far to left field and unnecessary. If there's anything that this movie is not, it is a perfect storm. This asshole Kenny Linder intentionally takes out another driver, yet race control still allows him to race normally, instead of pulling him into the pits for a 30-second penalty, because logic does not exist when it comes to Hollywood stock car racing.
Jack, you realize you got this in the bag, right? Season's wrapped up, man. Doesn't matter where you place.
Jimmy Johnson would like to have a word with you over the phone. I mean, that guy finished 12th at the end of the 2007 Cup Series Championship, and he still managed to clinch a Cup Series title.
We got a real problem with car 23. Linder.
So, Dom and Jack already knew how much of a danger Linder was to everyone on the track, and yet they still haven't tried to do anything to get him off the track? Jesus, race control must be hella lax during the 80s.
It's not about being the stronger man, Dom. It's about being the bigger one.
Top 10 quotes that a supporting character says shortly before their demise. Justin Lin 100% saw Austin Dillon's 2015 Daytona crash and decided to take inspiration up another notch.
3/8 driver, 6-inch extension.
Don believes that his kid is already able to tell the difference between a monkey wrench and a socket wrench, even though he looks no more than 4 or 5 years old. For sakes, Universal, we get it. The Charger RT is an icon in the Fast and Furious movies. No need to keep shoving it down our throats.
Maybe you don't recognize because I've been tanning all week, bro.
Ever since Fast 5, my boy Roman has been reduced to nothing more than a cringy, loudmouth joker that makes wisecracks at the worst possible time, and as someone that is a big Tyrese fan, this gets on my nerves on the highest degree. And yeah, the Roman in Fast 2 was a bit of a jokester, but even he managed to get jobs done with no questions asked. So why is it that the Roman today is nothing close to the Roman we knew in Fast 2? I've seen CCTV cameras that have better playback quality than this. This lady.
Did anybody else get this?
Well, that's the thing. They sent it only to us.
Because apparently the world's top security organizations like FBI, SAS, Interpol, MI6 all rank second or lower to a ragtag family of car enthusiasts.
If Mr. Nobody survived, we need to find him. But the whole area is sealed off. Isolation is run by military.
Well, that shouldn't be the problem at all. Just find a plane the size of an Antonov, then put 5 cars inside said plane, then fly said plane over enemy territory, then drive said cars out of said plane, and then parachute said cars to the ground with absolutely no resistance at all. Sounds easy enough if you ask me.
This is Cypher, the woman who killed the mother of your child.
Things change.
Character says he's not gonna do something only to end up doing said something later on, cliche. In case you confused it with Monte Carlo.
We all see you, man. Nobody thinks you're compensating for anything.
Oh, I can think of quite a few things actually, but in order to keep this video PG rated, we gonna keep that on the hush hush and our eyes on the road. Go! Of course, it's not a modern day Fast and Furious movie without the local militia showing up and shooting up just as Team Toretto makes a big discovery, because where would the fun be then? All of these bullets and not a single one managed to hit Tyrese. Either he has on a really thick bulletproof vest, or these militia guys are very terrible at aiming.
Obi, where the hell are you?
As heroic as this moment is, I find it difficult to believe that Roman could catch up with the others this fast in such a slow vehicle, especially when he just got finished lighting up a bunch of Jerry's. Is it just me, or is this necklace floating in midair? Because I can't see the guy that's wearing it. Oh, never mind. I could see him again. Unless Dom has seen plenty of Spider-Man movies during his younger years, I refuse to believe even for a minute that he knew that this would work right off the bat. Also adding 50 cents for this nonsense.
Jacob is, or was, Dom's brother.
Wait. You mean to tell me we're 7 movies into the storyline, not including 2, 3, or Hobbs and Shaw, and Dom has never once mentioned that he has a blood brother? Then what was all that crap about family in the earlier movies? Why on God's green earth is this Linda dude still able to walk around scot-free instead of being placed behind bars for manslaughter? Were onboard cameras not a thing in the racing world during the 80s? And even if they weren't, there'd still be dozens of witnesses that saw Linda spin out Jack's car. So what is going on?
Look, he knew that I was gonna pit him into the wall. He knew that.
Yeah, cause he knew you were bloody insane, mate. Seriously, what kind of team owner allows a psychopathic hothead to drive for them?
Man, what is it with you Torettos where you're all the heroes in your own stories?
That one thought that crosses the mind of every brand new Fast and Furious fan somehow makes it into the script. Also, Kenny Linder would be a total road hazard at CinemaSins. Much as I appreciate John Cena making an appearance in the franchise, I just can't shake the fact that he just doesn't fit the role of Dom's long-lost brother. Like, there's so many other candidates that would suit this role perfectly, like, I don't know, Channing Tatum, Tom Cruise. I'd even settle for one of the Paul brothers if they were such ginormous social outcasts.
So your whole life pushed yourself to be faster than Dom, smarter than Dom, stronger than Dom.
But eventually you'll end up throwing it all away when you help Dom take down an armored truck and Cypher's drone, thus deeming this whole sibling rivalry thing redundant. In case you confused it with the Mediterranean Sea.
Ever thought about how many wild missions we've been on and we somehow always survive?
Which wouldn't even be possible if it wasn't for the power of terrible CGI and crappy physics, just FYI.
Or maybe you just a dumbass.
Alright Ludacris, you win this round. Go and take a sin back, but trust me, this will be the only time that I'm doing so.
Jacob's my brother too. I need to be here.
You get involved here, you put everything you have at risk.
Which, by the way, has been a recurring thing ever since y'all first started doing government missions in Fast 6, but no one wants to have that discussion.
I told you I was right. I'm Leo Santos.
No.
Oh, so that's how they met up for the first time.
Mecánica perdieron la carrera de libremente. Pero si esa grieta se abre y se acerca una chispa, bomba de fuego.
Although Justin Lin did a good job at attempting to tie up the loose ends in the storyline, we have never gotten any insight of what Mama Toretto's going through during all this. First their husband dies, then her oldest gets sent to jail, and then her middle child gets run out of town by the oldest. If you're going to do a family background, at least have the decency to pull out all the stops. Per Fast and Furious tradition, we will now transition to that one scene where a 9 to 10 second quarter mile takes 3 to 4 minutes to complete. What is up with this random ass Cardi B cameo in a character called Lisa? How long has she and Dom been knowing each other? What even is her background? And most importantly, what kind of connections does she have that allows her and her girlfriends to get into a bunch of Interpol uniforms without anyone at the office taking a second look? Either give us the whole 9 yards, or don't even bother putting new things into the franchise.
I ordered a pair of Crocs 3 weeks ago, and I'm still waiting. Bruh.
Imagine getting this pissy over a pair of fancy shoes. It's not like you'll be able to take them with you into the afterlife. Also, keep on earning that paycheck, Tyrese. It's pretty much the only thing that's keeping this franchise going at this point.
How much you say you pay for that again? You know silver ain't magnetic, right?
Boy, if you don't get calling BS on one of the world's most advanced computer geniuses not taking at least one driving lesson throughout her entire life. Punching, kicking, destroying things, big falls. They both survived this. Also calling BS on this very slow box truck being able to keep pace with a Jaguar XE as well as a Subaru BRZ. These motors are so powerful that they ever just yet to carry their whole pub. I take a sin off for Han's reinstatement into the Fast family if I didn't have so many questions floating around inside my head. 1. How did he manage to escape his RX-7 before it exploded? 2. Where was he hiding at after the events of Fast 3 and during the events of Fast 7 and 8? And 3. This guy is crazy rich from the heist in Fast 5, right? Even if he was under the protection of Mr. Nobody, he'd still leave some sort of paper trail from all the stuff that he's purchased, such as clothes, cars, and a new house, right? Also, a quick reminder to all the people that are watching this video. Do not give me that whole it's Mr. Nobody crap. He may be an NSA agent, but he damn sure ain't God.
Only good thing about Dad dying was he didn't have to watch what you became. Never deserved the Toretto name.
Dude, he turned into the person that he is now because of you, remember? You put all of the blame on him for y'all dad's death. You challenged him to that race, and you drove him out of town where he lost. At the end of the day, this is all falling back on you because you insist on proving yourself to be the dominant species over everyone else. But then again, Jacob kinda did deserve to get clowned for thinking that his Fox Body 4 could outrun a f***ing Dodge Charger.
Dad died because he was trying to throw that race. We were in deep debt.
But to who exactly? The sponsors? Or the team owner who probably threatened to fire Jack if he didn't start raking in some serious cash for the corporation? I'd take that for a plausible cause, but the movie never specifies. Oh, don't worry about a thing, Letty. Due to the power of plot armor, Dom will totally be recovering from this plunge. Which will then force me to toss in a he survives this cliche. Movie has time to pull a fast forward on us and have Dom recreate a scene that wasn't even from his point of view to begin with. For some odd, stupid reason, Sean and Earl thought it would be a good idea to launch this rocket-powered Fiero into space, despite it being the exact same car that did a test run at an airport and blew up into a million pieces.
As long as we obey the laws of physics, then we'll be fine. I said I thought you was invincible. Let's see how invincible your black ass is after this. Punch it!
No one, and I mean absolutely no one, will be seated during the bootleg NASA takeoff portion of the movie. Also, this bolt somehow works. So guess how many cents I'm gonna give for that? That's right. Dom and Letty think they'll be able to slow this truck down by yeeting cars in front of it with their magnets, thus showing that they both have underestimated how powerful trucks really are.
Dom, I can't get to you!
But I can.
And once again, this franchise tosses away a perfectly good antagonist by having them switch sides at the last moment to help out the protagonist. The only thing I like about this scene is the soundtrack. Also, this works.
We're not invincible. Probably just been lucky this whole time.
Yeah, lucky enough to still be in this godforsaken series after a rapid decline in ratings circa Fast 7. It doesn't matter how much money a sequel makes at the box office. If the ratings are not up to par, and the audience absolutely hates them, then you should kill off the franchise for good by bringing the storyline to a full and complete end. No more sequels, prequels, etc. Despite being flipped onto its back by a JDM and a drag racer, this truck does not stop, but instead keeps going, falling down a hill, then getting exploded back onto its wheels, then falling down another hill, then getting saved from falling down another hill, then taking at least 4 missiles to the face, and then tossing its rear end at the drone just before falling into the... You know what, in order to save my voice and my sanity from going down the toilet, I'm just gonna rack up 5,000 sins, go outside for at least half an hour, and then come back once I finish guzzling an entire 2-liter of Coca-Cola. Of course she wasn't actually on board, because why would she be?
There's gonna be a lot of people coming after you, Jake.
Why is Dom telling this to Jacob like he's brand new to the game? You think with him being an outlaw for nearly his entire life, he'd know that there'll be big people coming after him. So why even bother telling him this at all? Movie has time for at least one more Tej Roman scene shortly before cutting to the part where Dom takes his son to the long lost track where his father died.
But it's gonna be okay. It's for family.
We are family, we are family. Get up everybody and sing.
Ah yes, the big family barbecue in the backyard. It's starting to become a trademark in this series. Quite a few people are happy just to see the R34 pull into the driveway, while many others, including myself, are upset that we don't even get to see Brian's face at all. I would have been satisfied to see Cody Walker pop out of the car, honestly. It's better to have something than nothing at all, right? This egregious waste of 2.5 hours has over 12 minutes of end credits, including the brief Deckard Shaw cameo near the end. Now excuse me while I go put my DVD copy of this movie where it belongs, in the dumpster.